Living True family, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I'm putting these videos out, you guys, so hopefully it brings us all closer to God till we get to heaven and be close to God. Let's get into it.
Yeah, okay, Matthew chapter 24, it talks about the coming of the Lord, the signs of when he'll return and things like that. So in in verse 40, it says, "Then two shall be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left." Okay, so if you don't know what the rapture is, it's basically when Jesus comes back and he saves his people from the time of judgment. I am not here to debate whether it's pre-tribulation, after tribulation, none of that. I just know that there is a time that he's going to come back and there is going to be judgment. Okay, that has nothing to do with tribulation. It does say after the tribulation, he will come back. So God will rise the dead. God will rise the dead first, and then he will raise the living next, and we will go to the clouds and be with him forever and ever, and we will be in our glorified bodies. That's just what it says. So that's basically what the rapture is. There's actually a lot of movies about it. The Simpsons actually have an episode on it, and all their predictions come true. So anyways, so let's just get into the dream, okay? So in the first dream I had, I heard a loud trumpet noise. And in the Bible, it talks about how there will be a loud trumpet. The trumpet will blow and he will raise the dead first and he will raise the living next. Okay, and they will go to the clouds and meet Jesus. Okay, and we will live with him forever and ever in heaven. So I heard a loud trumpet in this dream. Okay, a loud trumpet, and the clouds started glowing a gold color. And I was talking to somebody that I know that's in my life, and I got lifted off of the ground. Like this invisible force lifted me up off the ground into the air. And I was looking down at the person, and I was just leaving this person, and I got sucked up into the air, and it was like I could just see the whole earth, and I was just going and going. And I already had a knowing that I was going to meet Jesus, and I was full of joy. I was so excited. I've never been that joyful in my life, you guys. I was so excited to meet the Lord. And then the dream ended, okay? So then God was just confirming to me that, I will take you, you will be with me forever and ever. But then the Lord gave me a second dream where I got left behind, okay? And in this second dream, there was a trumpet noise again. But this time I did not get lifted up. I got left down on the earth, and I was crying. I was distraught. I was in so much agony, and I was so heartbroken that the Lord left me behind. There was other people that got left behind. There was chaos going on, you guys. There was alien spacecrafts flying around, which I really believe was a part of the great deception that's going to happen. People are going to be deceived into thinking that it was some alien force that took people from the earth and things like that. I also feel like that's why they're doing this thing called Project Bluebeam. Look into it if you haven't, if you don't know what that is. But everyone was confused. People were running around. I was crying. I was distraught. My heart was broken. I was crying out for the Lord, and I just had a deep knowing that he wasn't coming back to get me. Okay, so I actually had a third dream, guys. I'll just share it briefly. The third dream was I heard the trumpet, and then there was these demons flying from out of the clouds onto the earth, and there was chaos. There was cars crashing. There was planes crashing. It was just chaos, complete chaos. And that's what's going to happen when Christ returns. It's going to be the day of destruction. Okay? And that will happen soon. We don't know the time or the hour, but we can discern the seasons. So, I really encourage you guys to go read Matthew chapter 24 about the returning. But there's actually a couple places in the Bible that talks about the return of God. So just look into that. But I just want to say that just make sure you repent and give your life to Jesus. You're never going to be perfect. Like, a lot of people think that you have to completely stop doing certain things. And I just feel like once you give your life to the Lord, He will purify you. He will take you through that process. It's just about having a relationship. Yes, we're supposed to do good works and we're supposed to follow His commandments. And we're supposed to try our best not to sin and turn away from sin, okay? And we are supposed to stop doing certain things, but sometimes you're not going to be able to stop doing certain things just abruptly, okay? It's a process. We're always going to have some sort of sin that we could be struggling with. And I feel like in the beginning, I gave up everything and I thought it was just going to be an easy walk in the park. And it's not, because there are things that I still struggle with and it really frustrates me. So if you go to Romans chapter 7, it talks about the law and things like that. Now, if we go down to chapter 7, verse 14, it says, "For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not, but what I hate, that do I." So basically, like, we hate what we do. We do things and we're like, oh, I wish I never did that. Why did I do that? Like, just repent. God will forgive us 1,000 times. You know, He will forgive us 1,000 times, you know. And there's a difference when you just living in sin and you just do not care. You're not trying. You don't care. You know what I'm saying? But it's those that endure to the end. Like, it's always going to be a fight. You know, we're always going to mess up, but a righteous man always gets back up 7 times. I think that's what it says. So, you know, if you're struggling with things, don't beat yourself up and things like that. But this is your sign to just give your life to Jesus and let Him do the rest. Let Him do the cleansing. Let Him do the purifying. We're never going to be perfect. But give your life to Jesus, because we are in the time